Hey gamer friends, what is up? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining me to see what I think about my first impressions for Xbox One and PS4. Now this is not which one is better than the other. This is my experience for the first time with both systems after one day each. I just got my Xbox One 2 days ago, played with that for a bit, for the day, and then I got my PS4 yesterday. And so I have, impressions for each of them so far. First, I want to start with the packaging because I actually noticed a difference in both of them when I was first opening them up. It's been a while since I've opened like a package that I really wanted. um, so the one thing about the Xbox One, all right, I felt like Microsoft actually cared for me as a customer. I was really surprised by that. I didn't expect that to happen. I was just like, I'm just gonna open my box and pull everything out, gonna set it up, and good to go. What I noticed was how much packaging went into that. Like it's like a freaking puzzle. There's a bunch of styrofoam, to protect it, and just layers. It reminded me of my mom wrapping Christmas presents when she would wrap like multiple layers around a present, and I'd be opening these presents and I'd be like, where's everything that's inside? How do I get in here? I need to open this. What's inside? That was how the Xbox One was. It was pretty cool. And I felt like they protected it. I felt like every individual piece inside the box was safe. Like the UPS or whoever shipped it could have thrown that thing all over the place and it would have been fine. That was pretty cool. I was not expecting that at all. So yeah, I was like, wow, thank you, Microsoft, because I spent a lot of money on that thing. Spent a lot of money. And then I opened, the next day I opened up the PlayStation 4 box, another thing about the Xbox One box, the packaging, the outer case, the box that it comes inside, before the packaging inside and all the layers and stuff that you have to dig through, is smooth. It's very smooth, just nice, really nice box. And the PlayStation 4 as well is also smooth in some areas, and in any of the crevices, any of the cracks that you gotta open, jagged edges of doom. Now, I don't know if, see that little tiny cut on my hand, the little tiny cut right in between my thumb and my index finger. This little, let's see if I can get that. That little cut. Now that's a tiny cut, man. That's nothing, but it still stings. This was from yesterday. It still freaking stings, man. That's from the PlayStation. I wasn't tearing the box open or anything. I wasn't like, oh, let me in, and going crazy or anything. I was just opening it. I was sliding it open. I was just like, I wasn't in a rush. I knew I was gonna have to update games, install them, update whatever software that the Sony had for the PlayStation. I wasn't in a rush, and I didn't have time to play right when I got my PS4. I wasn't trying to jump in. I wasn't super excited. I was excited, of course, to have my systems, but I wasn't like just rushing to open my box. I wasn't tearing it apart. I was just sliding it open, and blip, just and I was like, holy shit. And almost every angle of that box that I was putting my fingers around just trying to open the thing were jagged edges all over it. I'm just like, are people trying to kill my hands before I can, like, how am I gonna use my controller after I open this friggin' box up? So, and then inside, the packaging is almost non-existent. There was a major difference in the packaging for the PS4 and the Xbox One. There was basically no layers to the PS4. So I was like, wow, Microsoft cares more about me as a customer than Sony does. And that's all right. It happens. It wasn't like the PS4 isn't safe or anything, but I definitely wouldn't want anybody throwing that box around. And that's cool though. That has nothing to do with the PS4 being good or bad or anything. I just, packaging wise, first impressions, opening up my consoles. Microsoft, far like beyond what I expected, having my console packaged up. That was impressive. And Sony, just normal, like basic, so truly basic. Wow. There are more parts to the Xbox One. I got the Kinect version, so I did have a little bit more packaging required, but I was just, anyways, so there's that. Cut my damn hand on the freaking PS4 box. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that. I could, because I seriously was barely. I was just like, open up, slip, like what? Peeled my skin off, and I was just like, gosh, and I was serious. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. All right. So what was next? Oh, the interface. Okay, the interface. Jumping into the Xbox One. There's a big, when you first load up the Xbox One, there's this giant screen. You know, it shows I guess previews for stuff. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I've spent several hours on it, but I didn't really pay too much attention to the very first interface. You know, I went through it, of course. But so the big screen that you come in when you start off has all your apps and your different things that you have, and the big screen will take you to your last played game, or I guess your last watched TV channel or movie. I'm not sure there, because I don't have TV, so I don't have anything to hook. I don't have a TV channel to hook my Xbox up to. But that is a cool feature that you can, you know, if you have cable, which we don't, we watch everything online. If you have cable, you can detect your cable provider or whatever, add it to Xbox One, and then, you know, it's pretty cool. It's really cool. So the big screen is there, right? The big screen, it's there to show whatever recently is played, I guess, is going on. The thing is, so I was confused though, because I was just, all I wanted to do was find the My Games section. So at the top of the screen, like on the top, is like profile, a few options. I forget exactly what they are right now. It's been, I played it 2 days ago, and then yesterday I played PS4 the whole time. So I forget every little option at the top of the main screen. But none of them is My Games. None of them is games or My Games. It's just like profile, blah 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 blah. There's a few of them. And then you got all these little apps next to the big window that I was talking about. It's kind of like a little TV screen, whatever. And then you have these little boxes surrounding that. And My Games doesn't stand out from any of them. It's just a bunch of little app kind of selections. So when I first booted my Xbox One, I was sitting there for like 5 minutes going, how do I find My Games? You know, and I have the Kinect. So, you know, I did do the Xbox go to My Games or whatever. But it was just a confusing interface at first. Now, of course, you know, I haven't used Windows 8 or Mini. I don't even use tablets and touch devices, so anybody using that stuff probably would have been used to it. But I just thought it was really funny that the games section wasn't like blasted in my face. Like, I didn't boot up my system and see games. I was just like, what? So it's just, I was like, all right, whatever, dude. But you know, I figured out. I love the Kinect. I love the Kinect. I'm waiting on a TV mount to get here so I can get it set up properly. Right now, I've just been using voice commands with it. The voice commands, they're cool. I definitely like using them. They're not needed, but it's a very cool feature to have. And better than the PS4s so far from what I've seen in my experience. I started the PS4 and it was like you could do. I mean, I gotta look up the voice commands for that, because I was really surprised at how much more I could do with the Xbox One than I could do with my PS4 right from the start. I was like, PS4, go to My Games. No, no, that does not work. But it might be another command. I have no idea. I'll figure that out. What else was there about the interface? I might be forgetting something. But not that the Xbox One interface is bad or anything. It's just, I couldn't believe that the game section wasn't like the first thing it showed me. Like, it would, even if it was empty, even if My Games section was empty, like, I'm really surprised it didn't just go. Not maybe it doesn't have to go straight to My Games, but it didn't. There's I was like, what? Even Steam, like, you know, it reminds me. Okay, for Steam, for example, you look at the top of the Steam overlay client. You open up Steam, the client at the top has, you know, profile, games, library, store, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like that on the Xbox One, but there's no games section. There's no library. I'm just like, what the hell, dude? This is my video game console, and you don't even tell me where my games are. I've ranted on that for a little bit too long, probably. All right, so next up, with the interface is the virtual keyboard. I guess I should start comparing them, because I can't really do them individually, I guess. I mean, I could, but I'll compare these. The PS4 is really nice. I really like it, especially the controller. I still prefer the PS4 controller. I still the PlayStation controller, especially the PS4 one. Oh my gosh, the PS4 controller is so damn cool. Now, what I was really surprised about with the Xbox One was the controller. Definitely much nicer than my original Xbox's controller. The base one. I had actually bought a Mad Catz controller for my original Xbox. I keep having to say original Xbox because I call it the Xbox One. I call the very original Xbox the Xbox One, and I you know. So, anyways, for the original Xbox, I had bought a Mad Catz controller that made it smaller. It was a smaller version. It was the same exact thing, but it was a smaller one. And then I was really happy to see when I pulled the controller out of my Xbox One packaging that it was a much smaller controller than the original enormous friggin' Xbox. And I have big hands, dude. It's not like my hands are small. I got some pretty big hands. I've had people comment on them all the time. You got big hands, and I'm just like, they're normal to me, you know. But I have big hands. People would say that all the time. Like, if you have big hands, you'll like the Xbox controller. And I told them no. No. But I don't know. For some reason, I like this small little compact stuff to put inside, right in my hands, not like this giant thing that I, carry around. Anyway, so the Xbox One controller is smaller. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's pretty cool. So the virtual keyboards are very cool on both, but the Xbox One's I think is better. I'm trying to remember exactly why. All I remember is that it was much smoother switching between caps and just certain symbols and .coms and stuff like that. The Xbox One was a smoother virtual keyboard experience, but the PS4 also has a good one. It's not bad. It's just the Xbox One was better. What else am I? I guess I can move on to the. Oh no, PS4 interface also sucks. Not in a super bad way, but I mean, like I was confused by the Xbox One's interface. And, I'm already pretty used to it at this point. I play it, I use it enough to be like, okay, I got this, whatever. But it's still, that whole games thing is just like, why? Anyways, PS4, same kind of thing. I kind of prefer the PS3 interface to the PS4, especially the friends list. You just go to your friends list on the PS3 and you just scroll down your list. PS4, you have to actually click on your friends list and then scroll through your. And I'm just like, why would you have done that? Why would you do the extra step? So that one threw me off a little bit, but of course, the more I get used to this stuff, it's, it'll all be easy and stuff. It was just a little weird. I was like, I kind of like the PS3 interface better, but the PS4, moving between the PS Store and the actual main interface for the system, so much smoother. It's almost instant, like if you haven't used your PS3 in a while, I don't know, but I still use my PS3, especially recently after I got my capture card. Thank you again, peoples. Going to the PS Store on PS3 takes forever to load. It takes forever. I'm just like, holy crap, dude, I don't want to shop anymore. And then just exiting back to the main menu from the PS Store takes a little while to load. It's like 10-15 seconds. I don't know. I think to load up the store it's like 20 seconds or something. I've never actually counted. I'm just guessing. But it feels like it takes forever. And then the PS4, almost back and forth between the menu and the store is almost instant. And I think when you first load it up, it takes like a couple seconds, maybe a second or two, and then when you leave it, it's just like bam, right back into your main menu. And then same thing for the games, like your sections. You go into, I don't know, like if I go into a game and I come back to the menu, it's pretty much instant. It's like bam. And Xbox One, same thing. The one thing, so the difference there for Xbox One and the PS4, when you play a game on the Xbox One, it just keeps it there on pause, like no matter what. Like you can leave it anytime in the game. You just let me go back to the main menu. Let me go to my friends list. Let me do shopping. Let me go to Netflix. Let me do whatever. And your game just is paused right where it was the whole time. You go back in, you play instantly. There's no loading, there's no lag like there might be on a PC where you tab out and then you tab back in and there's like this pause, I gotta load the game up crap, whatever. It's instant and it's freaking cool. PS4, not quite the same. From what I've seen so far, I haven't played enough of it, but it doesn't have the same exact kind of interface. It is very smooth. It's very slick, very fast. but it doesn't have that like the instant, or well, it has the instant go back to the main menu. But I'm not sure about going back into the game itself. There's not a screen for it like there is on Xbox One. It doesn't need it. You know, like I said, the Xbox One has this giant kind of a TV screen in the middle of all these little menu boxes and stuff. So actually, I probably should have waited on that. Whoops. Yeah, so I don't know. It was just easier to notice as far, like I said, it was easier to notice the last game played on Xbox One. I mean, it's also easy to notice on your PS4. It's not like it's hard, but they just make it, there's just this large screen. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Both of them are really amazing. As far as controllers, as like I was saying earlier, I do like that the Xbox One controller is smaller than the original Xbox controller. They probably made it this. It's probably pretty similar to the 360. I never did get into the 360. I had played it, but it was really long time ago. When I played the 360 for the first time, I remember the controller being as big as the original Xbox. So they might have made it a tiny bit smaller. I'm not sure, but all I know is the Xbox One controller is a nice change. But my favorite out of the two controllers is the PS4 by far. By far. Oh my gosh! Not only is it more comfortable to me. I love the built-in speaker. Oh my gosh, the built-in speaker is amazing. I didn't even know. I forgot about it. You know, I'd read about it before it came out, before the system came out. I read about the built-in speaker stuff and even wrote a friggin' article about it. And I just forgot about it because I couldn't get one. I couldn't get a PS4 for a long time, so I just forgot, kind of threw it out of my head. And I was playing the game as Infamous Second Son. Actually, no, the first thing I did was because I was installing stuff. I was, downloading and updating and all that kind of crap. As I went to check out the Playroom, and I can't use the Playroom apparently without the camera. So I was like, crap! Now I got to get a stupid camera for the PS4. But it does the little intro video for it and stuff, and then the sounds start coming out of the speakers, and I was like, whoa! It's so cool, man. It's really neat. It's a lot of fun. And then when I started playing Infamous Second Son, which I love, like I'm not sure, but I think that might have been my game of the year instead of Watch Dogs if I had a PS4 during that year. I was like, damn, I wonder. I mean, they'd definitely be tied already in the first couple hours that I played of Infamous. Oh my gosh, I love that game. So anyways, there's these parts. There's some, it's kind of stupid that you do this spray painting in the game. And when you spray paint, you shake the controller, and it does like this rattling noise, like a spray paint can. It's rattle, does it in the speakers for the controller. It's really cool. And not only that, of course, the motion, having to move the controller, having to tilt it, and then that I love that stuff. I love that kind of thing. Like I loved it in Heavy Rain when you had to tilt your controller, move it in different ways, up and down and left and right and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was so cool. So obviously it's more enhanced now for PS4. Especially with those speakers, it's really neat. So that is awesome. I love that. So that definitely is a huge step over the Xbox controller for me. Just for me. I mean, I'm not saying it's like my personal preference. Of course, is the PS4 controller by far. It's so much. It's just fun, man. I love that, the speaker thing. And then I played a tiny bit of Killzone Shadowfall before I went to bed last night. After I was playing a bunch of Infamous Second Son. And it was really weird because at one point I got like an audio log, and the audio log did not play on my speakers of my TV or my computer. For me, it's my computer because I have it hooked up to my capture card. It didn't play through the normal speakers. It played through the controller speakers, and I was like, that is really cool, but it's also weird. Like I actually put the controller up to my microphone so that any viewers could hear it. I thought it was very cool, but then I was thinking as a live streamer, I was like, well, that doesn't go straight through to my live stream. I have to put my controller up at the mic. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's off. But that was just really cool. It's just a small thing. It's a very small thing, but it's got that immersion kind of a thing to it. It was really neat. And it was just an audio logger. It wasn't like the regular audio. It was just, a little side thing that they did. The one thing, now I haven't used the the L3 button yet on the Xbox One that I can remember. Now here's the thing, I've never liked having to use the analog sticks to press down on them to run or to do anything, unless it's something very small. Like if I had to bring up my map with it, that would be fine. But if I play like a first-person shooter and I have to click the joystick to run, that is not comfortable to me. That doesn't feel natural, and I've always hated that. So here's the downside to the PS4 controller. Alright, I don't know about the Xbox One yet, Oh, that's not my PS4. It's over plugged in charging. The PS4 controller analog L3 button sucks. It is. I mean, I don't know if I'm just not used to it yet, but it feels like I have to press down on it really hard, like really hard. Just I mean, to get that run effect for a first person shooter or whatever. I'm just like, oh, and that's not comfortable, man. That sucks. That is the only downside so far that I've experienced with the PS4 controller. I was like, oh, that sucks. It also has actually the analog sticks as well have a weird texture on the PS4 controller on the sticks. It actually kind of made my thumb a little sore. It's really weird. I don't know if I'm holding it wrong or what, but it's not. It kind of like makes me think I have to get my thumbs for my damn PS4 controller or something, you know. Like I will definitely get used to it. I mean, it's not like uncomfortable while playing. It's just a little weird. It's just yeah. So but no, I might have. I don't know. I don't know what that is weird, right? Because like I don't know if it was just the fact that I haven't used a controller for so long, for so often, or you know, or if it's actually the texture on the joystick itself that makes my thumb feel weird. But I would just Infamous. I had so much fun with. I can't wait to play more of that. So I think that's all the comparisons, the first impressions that I have so far that between the two. Interface was a little confusing on both getting started. Voice commands a million times better on the Xbox One so far. PS4 controller is way better. I think I covered it all. Yeah, very cool. I am so happy to have these systems right now. I'm so happy. I was like, I kept shopping looking for cheap prices. Or sales, you know. I was watching for the sales, and of course they had the holiday sales and stuff. And then I missed the one I really wanted was the white Destiny bundle one, the white PS4. I just couldn't get it at the time, or I don't remember what happened. I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I totally missed that one. I couldn't get it. I wanted to, and I missed it. But so I kept watching for sales, and then I'm looking at Best Buy, and I see they have this like finance pay thing. So if you pay how much your console costs within the period of time that you have, you can pay monthly, no interest, no anything like that, unless you don't pay it off within that period of time. So I was like, seriously? I could pay that off over monthly freaking payments, man. Give me that. And I ordered them both. I was like, all right. So that's why I did that. It would have been tough to. It would have been tighter if I picked one and just chunked all the money into it. So doing monthly for both is actually already cheaper than it would have been to buy one straight outright. So that's really cool. So that's why I did that. I'm really happy. The Xbox One, I didn't have as much fun with right away on my first day. I mean, I had fun doing the voice commands. It's a really cool system. The main reason I didn't have as much fun as I had with my PS4 is because I didn't get a game that I really wanted to play right away with it, like I did with Infamous. I could not wait to play that. But the Xbox One, I got the Assassin's Creed bundle, and I already had Unity on my PC. And the main reason I was kind of like, cool, I'll get it on the Xbox One because I'll be able to live stream it better. When I live stream it on my PC, Ubisoft eats balls, and they just cannot properly optimize their games for PC. I don't think they care. I think they just don't care because of how many pirates are on PC. They're like, whatever, just put it on PC and let people play it, and if they can't play it, too bad, Free games, pirating, whatever, dude. Ubisoft is... Anyways, so there's just a ton of CPU usage out of that game when you stream it from your PC. Of course, there's a lot of games, you'll see people talk about it. And a lot of people use capture cards or a second computer for that. Now I do have my capture card, but I can't get it hooked up to my PC for some reason for right now. I'm still gonna figure that out. But for the most part, almost all my games play perfectly fine when I live stream them from my PC. I have a really nice PC, so it just pisses me off about Ubisoft because all their games always have trouble, except for The Crew, which wasn't developed by Ubisoft. Go figure. The Crew runs so perfect and smooth on my PC. It's amazing, especially while live streaming. Anyways, so. Assassin's Creed Unity, I got that with my Xbox One, and I was like, I wasn't really in the mood to play it, but I will be playing it. I'll be playing that for sure. But I ordered Halo, the Halo collection, like the same day I ordered the Xbox One. I ordered it from Amazon though, with a couple other things, with my Xbox Connect TV mount, and something else, I think. Now Amazon is taking their sweet ass time sending me my damn order. So when I got my Xbox One, I didn't have anything I was excited to play. I was excited to play on the Xbox One, but I didn't have an actual game that I was excited to play. I also got Assassin's Creed 4. I didn't even activate that code. I'm actually going to give that away. I've beaten that on the PC. It runs beautifully on my PC. I can live stream it. So I'm going to give away an Xbox One code for Assassin's Creed 4. I'm probably just going to add it to my list of games that I have to give away for when I do giveaways and stuff. I'm not sure. Most likely going to do that instead of like an individual giveaway just for the Xbox One version of Assassin's Creed 4. So that will be coming up as well. I'm going to add that to my list. And I got Dance Central Spotlight something or other. That was another freebie game thrown in, and I definitely plan to make a fool of myself with that. I really do. I plan to screw around. I plan to get on the camera and play with it and let people watch my live stream of it. Me acting like an idiot, dancing around and stuff, and that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be super fun. But I'm waiting on my TV mount for my Kinect because I don't have one right now, and I don't have a spot to put the Kinect that will be good enough really to do the dance commands and gestures and stuff like that yet. What else I was gonna say? Something. Damn it, yeah. So I'm waiting on Halo Collection. I really can't wait for that. And when I first played Halo, it was like after a year of a friend of mine hyping the living crap out of that game to me. You gotta play it every day. Oh, I'm not even like for a year. And then by the time I finally played it, I was like, dude, this is just a shooter, man. What is so special about this game? But at this point, I mean, that's like what 15 years later now. So now I'm not expecting it. I don't even care. Like, I'm just gonna get it because I watched the Forward Unto Dawn movie with a friend of mine. He came over. We watched it before I started a live stream, and I was like, "Holy crap! This is actually a pretty cool story and whatever." And that was like a cheap version of it, not to not to put down the movie or anything because it was really cool. It actually made me want to play the games. So we watched that movie, and I was like, "Dude, I gotta play these games now because that story seemed really cool." So that's why I got the Halo Collection, was just because I saw that movie. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the Halo Collection then. That was neat. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna play the whole series. That's my plan. I'll do it. Even with the older graphics and stuff. HD, that's fine, but it's still gonna be older graphics for the first game at least. And then I think 3 and 4 are kind of newer. We'll see. No big deal. I don't expect the graphics to be some amazing thing. I just want to check it out because it seemed like it had a really cool story. Now that was one thing that I remember. People would talk about the story of Halo. And when we first started, when I went to my friend's house to play the first Halo, I did think the story was cool, but the game was so hyped up in my brain by this guy who just wouldn't shut up about it every second of the day that we hung out. So, you gotta play Halo, it's the best game in the world. And then we played it, and I was just like, dude, I've played this game hundreds of times already, just a different setting, a different look, Oh, hype. Alright, anyway, so I've rambled on a little bit too long there. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my first impressions with both consoles. I am so happy, dude. Seriously, I'm so happy. I can't wait for damn Halo to get here so I have a game that I care about. Oh, I did try Killer Instinct, the free version. It's hilarious because you only get one character to play, but I kind of do want to buy it. I'll probably end up buying it at some point. I don't know. I'm not going to buy it right away or anything. Killer Instinct is crazy though. It took me back to the Super Nintendo. Like you can just spam buttons and pull off a million combos. It doesn't make it easy though. Even though you can do combos and stuff, like I got my ass kicked, and after it was really funny because my first time jumping into that game, I beat the living crap out of the opponent for like the first round, and then all of a sudden I think the game just memorized what I did or something, because I have not been able to win a round since the first round. Like, I have continued that game multiple times trying to get past the first fight. I can't beat it. So the only character you get for free is Orchid, but it's fun, man. It's actually cool. It just reminded me of a lot of playing the Super Nintendo version, so that was cool. And then, real quick, the Xbox Live Gold 14-day free trial kind of sucks. It's really stupid. It's not a big deal. I mean, I'm gonna get it anyways, but this free trial only lets you play multiplayer. The Xbox Live Gold trial does not let you download the free games. Like, really? What? So it only lets you play multiplayer. I started downloading D4, and then it was installing, and then it was like, it just stopped installing. It was like, installation stopped, you're not subscribed to Xbox Live Gold. And I was like, well, why'd you let me download it in the first place? I don't know if that's wrong there. I'm kind of thinking it might be wrong because I went to customer support and they might have been just stupid or something, I don't know. But when I originally started up my Xbox, I didn't have any billing information or anything like that. I added my Xbox Live 14-day free trial code, and then after a couple hours or so of messing around with the UI and updating my profile, I updated my billing information because I knew eventually I'm going to start purchasing from them, you know, especially with the Xbox Live Gold. Excuse me. So what happened was when I put in my billing information, it asked me if I wanted to purchase Xbox Live Gold, and I was like, no, you know, no thank you, not right now, I'll get it after my trial, whatever. And I think that kind of broke it because when I first started up the Xbox Gold, it let me download the game. I went and downloaded D4, and then I was installing it, and then after I put in my billing information, installation stopped, and I was like, what the hell? So I went and told them that. I went to told customer support. I was like, hey, look, this is what happened. I explained just what I just said to them, and they were like, oh no, you can't play the free games if you have the free trial. And I was like, it didn't make any sense to me because why would they allow you to download it in the first place? So yeah. So I don't know if that's just bad customer service or if that's actually true. All right, anyways, all right, so thank you for joining me. Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to play more. I'll be playing more tonight for sure. Be playing some Destiny. I actually got a few games on my PS4 compared to my Xbox One, for a couple reasons. No big deal. I'm waiting on a gift card that was supposed to come with the Xbox One. But the gift card is delayed because it's shipped by Best Buy itself, and it doesn't, it wasn't included with the system or anything like that. It was just their promotional deal, get $50 gift card, crap like that. So that'll come in like another week or so, and I'll probably get Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, even though I played the crap out of it. Prestige 9 on PC. What's up? I love that game. But I want to play more game modes, which is why I want to play it on console because PC is crap for multiplayer. It's just crap. Halo Collection is the only other game I purchased as well. Xbox One, I just really wanted. I'm looking forward to Quantum Break. That's the thing. Like I wanted to get it on sale, which I did, and I'm looking forward to Quantum Break more than anything else. But the PS4 had a few games already that I wanted, so I have 3 games on it already. Well, Destiny was included. It was one of the free ones that I could pick from. Infamous, of course, had to have that because I love the Infamous games. I friggin' love them. And then I got Killzone Shadowfall just for the heck of it because it did look neat. It looked cool. And it was on sale for $20. I was like, all right, I'm gonna need some games for my PS4, so I'll pick that up. And I played a few minutes of that. About 20 minutes or so last night, and it was pretty cool to start. Graphics and oh man, these graphics on these consoles are beautiful. And part of my live stream, I was telling people like, look at these graphics, and pretty much the only time you'll see the best graphics on a console is exclusives. And it's really sad that the developers that aren't doing exclusives don't really use the full potential of a system of the console, and that's been that way, forever. It's been like that for all time. Developers, they port their games. That's what they call porting. They just oh, whatever, we're just gonna throw it on your system. We're not gonna do your specific systems like special, this and that. Exclusives are where their games shine. So that's freaking awesome. Infamous, oh my gosh, Infamous and Killzone are just gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. Anyways, all right, so yeah, continue to ramble because that's what I do. I ramble. Thank you guys again. This is it. I'm done. I promise. This is it. PS4, Xbox One. So far, my experience. More fun with the PS4 only because I got the games I really wanted. Xbox One, amazing. Stupid cat. Amazing. Voice commands and all that stuff. We got all over that. All right, so we'll see you guys later, and I hope you have a great day, great time. Visit me in my streams, guys. I'm there every day, every single day. Come hang out with me. And all right, cool. I'm getting my command to turn off my chat here, whatever. All right, bye.